Good morning, students. Welcome to our new class. Myself, Manoj Chotia from Raghunath Vidyalaya. We are studying reproductive system of human, in which we divided it into two parts: male reproductive and female reproductive. Yesterday we studied the whole structure of male reproductive part. In male reproductive part, there is two parts: first, primary sex organ, and secondary accessory reproductive organ. Primary reproductive organ is called testes, and we studied about testes in yesterday's class. Now today's our topic is accessory reproductive organ. Accessories reproductive organ. In accessory reproductive organ, we divided into four parts: first, epididymis; second, vas deferens; third, urethra; fourth, accessories reproductive gland. There are three reproductive gland: prostate gland, seminal vesicle, and corpus gland or bulbourethral gland. So this is the structure of testes. In testes, we know about the inner wall. Tunica albuginea is convoluted into the testes and makes so many septa, and it divided testes into 250 to 300 orbitals, and in these orbitals there is a convoluted coiled tubules called seminiferous tubules. In seminiferous tubules there is two types of cell. First is spermatogenesis. By the process of spermatogenesis form new sperms and leading cell which provide nourishment to these sperms. Whenever all the seminiferous tubules go to the epididymis, then it makes a structure called rete testes, and these structure which are in the testes are called vas efferentia, and whenever they goes into the epididymis, they make a more convoluted tubular structure, and this epididymis opens into the vas deferentia, and vas deferens opens into the urethra. So first of all we discuss about epididymis. It is a thin about 6 meter long. You have to remember, it is a thin about 6 meter long, much coiled flat shaped tube. Its coils are attached with each other by connective tissue. That its coils are attached to connective tissue. Its wall has thick layer of muscles towards outside, and inner layer is lined by stratified epithelium. This tube is divided into three parts: caput epididymis, corpus epididymis, and coda epididymis. Caput epididymis, the part which is wide and lying on upper side of the testes. Vas efferentia opens into this part. Vas efferentia is open into caput epididymis. Corpus epididymis, it is a middle and narrow. It is middle and narrow part which is thin and flat, extend up to lower surface of testes. And coda epididymis, it is the last part which is thin and covers the lower portion of testes. Now second, vas deferens. Vas deferens is about 45 centimeter long tubes. Coda epididymis become less coiled and straight, thick tube from vas deferens. Inner layer of vas deferens is made up of pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Pseudo-stratified epithelium columnar. Some cells of it secrete special fluid by which keep the passage of vas deferens smooth and sperm movement. The sperms move forward due to wave motion. The sperm moved forward due to motion of wave motion in the muscles of its wall. Vas deferens starts from posterior part of epididymis, passes through inlingual canal, enters in the abdominal cavity and downward the posterior part of urinal bladder at the last from swollen part called ampulla. Here small vessels of seminal vesicles open both collective and form an ejectory duct. Sperms are temporarily stored in ampulla. Ejectory duct finally opens into urethra. After arising from urinal bladder, ureter joins with ejectory duct to form urogenital duct or urethra. It is about 20 centimeter long. It is about 20 centimeter long duct which opens at the tip of penis as urogenital aperture. And next, accessory reproductive gland. We look these glands in tomorrow's diagram. Prostate gland, seminal vesicle, Cooper gland or bulbourethral. First of all, mainly three types of accessory reproductive glands are found in men, which release their secretion in urinal tract. All these secretory substances along with secretion of epididymis and seminal vesicles and sperm form semen. Male have three types of accessory gland. Prostate gland. This gland is situated at the base of urinal tract. Light whitish alkaline fluid is secreted by prostate gland which forms 25 to 30% part of semen. The liquid contains phosphate, citrate, lysozyme, fibrinolysis, spermine, etc. These are the composition of prostate gland. Means what are the secretion? First of all, this liquid contains phosphate, citrate, lysozyme, fibrinolysis and spermine. It activates sperms and prevent coagulation of semen. In old age, the size of prostate enlarged due to which difficulty arises in urination. Second, seminal vesicle. There are a pair of sac-like structures situated between the surface of the urinal bladder and rectum. It is yellowish, sticky, liquid substances secreting gland. A small duct arises from each seminal vesicles open into ampulla of vas deferens. At the time of ejection, in erectile position of penis, both seminal vesicles constrict and release their secretion. The secretion of seminal vesicle contains about 60% part of semen. Means prostate glands part is 25 to 30, but seminal vesicles part is 60% in the semen. Fructose provide it contains, first of all, it contains fructose, sugar and prostaglandins and protein seminogenin. Fructose provide energy to sperms in the form of ATP. Due to alkaline nature, the secretion neutralize the acidity of vaginal tract and provides safety to sperms. Next, Cooper gland or bulbourethral gland. Just below the prostate gland on the both side of urinal tract, there are one small ovule-shaped gland are found, that is called Cooper's gland. At the time of mating, dense, sticky, alkaline, transparent fluid is secreted by these glands, which makes the urinal tract smooth and slightly alkaline by neutralizing the acidic urinary duct. The liquid makes the intercourse easy by lubricating the vagina of female. Now, the last accessory reproductive organ of human is penis. In the middle, sacral sac and hanging from the abdomen, a long cylindrical, erectile and richly vascularized copulatory organ is found in human and mammals, which is called penis. It is covered by the thin abdominal wall. The body of penis is consist of three spongy longitudinal cords of fibrous and muscular connective tissue. Out of these, two thick cords are in dorsolateral part of the penis and one cord is in ventral side around the urinal tract. The cords of dorsal part of called corpora cavernosa and ventral part of cord is called corpora spongium. The tip of penis is swollen and forms Gland penis. It is formed by only corpus spongium. The skin covers gland penis and form a cape-like structure which is known as prepuce. It is folded at the base of gland of penis during copulation. In normal condition, blood sinus in 3 cords remains empty and muscles are constricted. At the time of only urine is passed out from urogenital aperture. It is excited state. At the time of copulation, the blood fills in the sinus of spongy cords by arteries of penis. Muscles relaxed and penis become swollen, long and hard. Glands part of become nagged and the erection of penis depend on the blood circulation. It is excited stage. The penis reaches deep into the vagina. So at the time of copulation, released sperm and reaches in the uterus easily. So these are the parts of male reproductive system. In next class we will study about female reproductive part. Thank you for today's class.